So there's something that has been on my heart and it's been there for a while, but I never really addressed it because I didn't think that it was that much of an issue or that big of a deal. And so I just got out of the shower and I was thinking about it the entire time that I was in the shower. And I just thought, I need to say something and maybe somebody else, hopefully somebody else will understand where I'm coming from or hopefully not be in the same situation, but hopefully has come up from the same situation and has an understanding of, you know, the aspects of everything that goes into that. So, first of all, I have a son. He's 1.5, and his name is Lucas, and he is the most beautiful baby I've ever seen, and he's the biggest blessing in my entire life. Um, Jordan is his father and his dad, and Jordan is a great dad. We are not together anymore. We're separated, and it is honestly very hard being a quote single mom. And Jordan does help out and stuff, but I have Lucas the majority of the time. And I have gotten a lot of backlash from a lot of people about the whole situation. And first of all, I don't think it's right and I don't think it's fair. But life isn't fair. So you kind of have to just go with the flow and roll with the punches and hope for the best. And I've been doing a lot of, I don't want to say soul searching, but I've been learning a lot about myself lately. And I've been doing a lot of research on different things that I want and things that I want to happen in my life. And I am going to school and I'm working and I'm getting another job. And I'm also a home caretaker, and I take care of a house, I take care of myself, I take care of a kid, I do school, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not just a mom. Like, there's so many different parts that go into that. And I think that a lot of moms feel overwhelmed and feel like they're doing it on their own. And even if you are doing it on your own and you're an actual single parent and the dad is not in the picture, there are a lot of other people who are wanting to help and willing to help you get through whatever you're going through. And I didn't realize until literally like a week and a half ago that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay. And for the longest time, I am a very private person. I don't like people in my business. I don't like people to know what I'm going through. And that's the hardest thing for me to come by, is opening up and being vulnerable and emotional with other people and letting people come into my life in a sense and open up that part and be like, hey, this is what I'm going through. This is what's going on. I need help. But it's okay to ask for help. It's okay when you feel like you're drowning, or like metaphorically speaking, of course, you feel like you're drowning or that you can't get anywhere, and you might have to ask for help over and over and over a million times until you get to where you need to be, or like where you are going to be okay. And that's okay. And more so recently, I've been asking for help. And I'm not really somebody to ask for help. My mama raised me. She raised me hard. She raised me tough. She also raised me stubborn and very hard-headed and opinionated. But she also raised me kind and caring and honest. And I have a huge, huge heart, and a part of my heart is not burdening other people with my issues and my problems and the things that I have going on. I feel like Everybody has their own issues and everybody has their own problems. Everybody has a life and issues that they're going through and dealing with, and everybody has kids. And even if you don't have a kid, you have a job, you have school, you have animals that you're taking care of, which are like fur babies. So yeah, you have a kid. Animals are hard work. I've had a lot of them. I've had to rehome a lot of them. Currently, right now, I have a cat named Gus, and he's wonderful, and we got him from the Humane Society, and he's the sweetest cat, and he's cleaning himself right now, so I'm not going to show you what he looks like, but there will be a photo later. So it's okay to ask for help even when you feel like you can't. And when you feel like you can't, that's probably the most important time to ask for help. You might feel like you're stuck, like you can't get out from where you're at. You can't get on top of things. You feel like you're drowning and all you want to do is breathe. Well, sometimes you need other people to help you breathe. You need other people to help you get there, to allow you to breathe. And I myself am a very prideful person. I want to be able to do everything on my own. Like, not that I don't need you, but like, I am a strong woman and I don't need anybody to do anything for me. But if you think about it, I don't care what anybody tells you. You can think all day long like, hey, I'm super mom. I got this. That used to be my saying, and I used to say it every single day. Don't worry about me. I got it. Something would happen. Oh, I got it. 2 bills would drop on the same day that weren't supposed to drop for another 3 weeks. Oh, I got it. I'll figure it out. I got that. You know, and there's problems that everybody goes through. Like, oh, I didn't get my paycheck. This bill's due. I got that. You know, my baby is crying and screaming, and I have schoolwork to get done, and I have a deadline tonight at 11 p.m. I have to write 3 papers. I need to do 2 live lectures. I need to do a discussion. I got it. I got that. My baby is sick, but I have to work to provide for him. I got that. Oh, my mom just, my mom's been in the hospital. Oh, I got this. My best friend just got in a car crash. I got this. And those aren't all things that I'm going through. Those aren't all things that I've dealt with. But a lot of them people are going through every day. My papa just passed. I got it. It's fine. I got this. I just lost my job. I got this. My brother just broke his foot and I need to take care of him and my baby and go to work and I have to provide and I got this. It's okay. It's not okay and you can't do all of that by yourself. And I think people would be a lot better off if they realized that. And it took me 23 years to figure it out. And I have the best mom on the planet. And a lot of stuff has happened in my family. But my mom always did the best that she could. And for me, that was everything. And she gave me everything that I needed and everything that I wanted. And sometimes I don't know how she made it happen, but she always made it happen. And we never heard about bills. We never heard about her complaining about anything. She just woke up and she grinded and she did it. And she had an idea in her brain of what she wanted, where she wanted to be, and she did everything that she needed to do to get to that point, to get where she needed to be at, where she wanted to be at. And so my hero is my mom. The person I look up to, that's my mom. All I'm saying is the past 6 years of my life or so, I've needed help, and I haven't asked for help. And that's a huge problem, because I would be in such a different place if I did. I would never take Lucas back for the world, but I would be in a completely different place if I swallowed my pride and asked for help. Asking for help does not make you weak. It does not mean you are any less than anybody else. It does not mean you are worth less than anybody else. Sometimes asking for help makes you stronger than everybody else. I feel like everybody is on the same playing field. We're all on this planet, and we need to help each other, and we need to love one another. I stopped going to church for a little while because of some issues that I was having, and I was practically just going to work and coming home and taking care of Lucas and waking up and going to work and coming home because I couldn't do anything else. And it was that way for quite a while, actually. But something that I have come to realize is, one, asking for help is normal. Asking for help is okay. And two, you are in control of your entire life. Nobody has power over you. If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit, get a new one. Or don't quit and put your 2 weeks in and get a new one. But if there is something that is poisonous in your life or negative in your life, you don't need that. You need to change something. If you're not happy, you're not doing it right. Something needs to change. There was a saying that we went over in one of our class meetings, actually when I was working at Domino's, and it said something like, when you're in the darkest place, just remember that an airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. And that stuck with me for the longest time. If you think about it, wind blowing as hard as it can in one direction, and then you trying to take off in a completely different direction, completely against the wind, there is going to be so much pushback, so much kickback from that you're going to think it's impossible. Putting that in your life, you're, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. You can, you will, you must. You have to. You don't get to sit back and mope. You don't get to sit back on the sideline and watch everybody else in your life live their life. You're better than that. You need to stand up and fight for what you want. There are many, many people out there on this planet who don't have a lot of things, but they're happy because they're doing what they want. They're living where they want. And you might think, well, yeah, like, they're doing what they want, they live where they want, of course they're going to be happy. No, they're choosing every single day to get up out of their bed and be happy. Do what they need to do to be happy. The happiest people on the planet aren't always doing what they want to be doing 100% of the time. They're doing what they have to do, what they must do to be that happy. They've learned the differences between what makes them happy, what doesn't make them happy, the differences between those situations, how they get there, the different roads they can take to get there, the different obstacles within those roads that are blocking them. And then from those blockages, they're figuring out and breaking down how to fix it so it doesn't happen again. They're figuring out different manipulations that they can do to these roads, to these blockages, to these obstacles. They're manipulating the problem and they're getting it fixed and they're getting stuff done. When I think about the strongest animal that I know of, it's a lion. My favorite animal, horse, and an elephant. I don't know why. They just are. But the strongest animal is a lion in my mind. Lions are all about the hunt. They're hungry, it's the hunt. And they do whatever they need to do, and they will stop at nothing to get their food, to make sure that they eat. That's what you need to be like when you wake up. Your passion needs to be within you. Your passion needs to wake you up. Your passion needs to be there the moment you open your eyes. Shouldn't take you 10 minutes. It shouldn't take you 5 minutes to get out of bed. You should wake up and be like, this is what I want in my life. This is what I need to do to get there. Let's freaking get the ball rolling. It's taken me quite a long time to understand that. And it's taken many trials and many errors, many downfalls, and a lot of tears. I used to never cry, ever. I didn't used to be a crier, but I cried more in the past 6 years than I have in my entire life. And you're just sitting there like, oh, well, you're only 23. That doesn't mean anything. Age doesn't matter. I have been through so much in my lifetime, and I'm not saying that what anybody else has gone through is not important, but I'm talking about me right now. And I've gone through a lot of crap, a lot of heartache, a lot of trial and error, a lot of things that a lot of people should not have to go through. But I'm not sitting on it and I'm not dwelling. So, for example, when everything happened with my father, everybody thought that I was just cold-hearted and I wasn't over it and I couldn't let go of it. But I went to counseling. I had a talk with my sister. I told people my feelings. And then I forgave him. Not for him, but for me. Because I knew in my heart that if I didn't forgive him, it was going to hold over me for the rest of my life. So I took a week. I turned towards myself. I went inside of myself, in my brain and my heart. And I was like, look, you need to forgive him. Not the action, but forgive him and move on. And forgiving and moving on is not pretending it didn't happen. It's not pretending that what was said or what happened didn't happen. It's not pretending that the situation never existed. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. If you cannot forgive somebody, that person, that situation, the act, the talk, the words, they're going to hold over your head for the rest of your life until you can forgive them. And you don't have to forgive right away. But eventually, if you want to be happy, you're going to have to forgive some people. Whether you want to or not. But if you want to, it'll work. If you don't want to, you're just going to be like, oh, I forgive you. It's fine. It's not true, and you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be able to move on and move forward in your life with things that you want. You're not going to be able to get to where you want to be. You're not going to be successful. It has to mean something and it has to be true. So within that situation, you have to be honest with yourself. Know your worth, know what you want, and make it freaking happen. Going towards more of like a mental health kind of thing, back to being a lion. When lions go on their hunt and they're searching, you kind of have to look at that the same way that you would look at your life. So lions don't hunt on a 9-to-5 schedule. They don't hunt on an 8-to-3 schedule. They hunt when it's time. It doesn't matter what time, but when it's time, they hunt. And when they hunt, they see a gazelle out running around. The gazelle looks at the lion looks at the gazelle at the exact same time. And then it becomes a flight or fight response. Do you want to be a gazelle or do you want to be a lion? The gazelle looks at the lion and their initial reaction in a split moment is fear. It's flight and they run. That is their instinct. You need to change your mindset. You need to change how your brain is wired to be like a lion. If you run, you just keep running away over and over and over, you're not going to get anywhere in life. You need to change your mindset and rewire your brain, reteach yourself some things to have the fight response of a lion. And even at that, when lions see gazelles, if they're hurt, if they're wounded, if they're bleeding, even a little, lions don't attack those ones. They don't go after those ones. They want the fight. They want the hunt. They want something hard, something very difficult. That's what they want. That is how passionately you need to live your life. As a lion, find it, fight it, get it done. And while you're doing that, you have to be okay with asking for help. There's no way you're going to be able to get there from where you're at now without asking somebody for help. Even the smallest things. Even the smallest things. And those might seem completely insignificant to you, but I promise you it's going to make all the difference. My happiness level from not asking for help to now and asking for help, significant change. And I used to think like, oh, asking for help, like, I don't want to seem weak. People like helping. People like helping you. People like giving. They like helping. They like nurturing. It is in us as human beings to help others. And you have to remember that. You have to think about that when you're like, I don't think I should ask for help. I really need help, but I don't want to bother them. They have their own life. They have stuff going on, but I'm drowning. You need to recognize that it is okay to ask for help and just ask. What's the worst they're going to do? Say no. Say that they can't this time, but they'll get you next time. They're setting you up for success the next time that you need help. And if they say no, ask somebody else. And if they say next time, you have something set up for next time. You just keep asking and keep asking. Somebody will help you. And that's not, I don't want you to look at life and like, oh, I'm only going to get what I want or get where I want if I'm asking other people for help, because that's not true. The other side of that is you have to do your part. You have to put the work and the effort in. You need to fight every single day when you get up. If you don't want to do something, I don't care. Go do it anyway. You're too tired? Get up. wake yourself up, take a shower, drink some coffee or tea or water or energy drink, whatever works for you, and go get it done. Do it. Thank you for listening and for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.